Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm painting it. It's all fucked up. That's not blue tape. That is literally blue paint. Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna go get my marzipan. Hold up. ASMR, me eating marzipan. While in the background, somebody's watching a Minecraft video. I hope I don't get copyrighted by YouTube and restricted and told that I could go straight to hell and suck a dick. Whatever. How about you suck my dick? Hmm? Hey, whoa, hey, save some for the rest of us. Hey, there's a thought. I woke up from my nap. I did a bunch of research on Belial. And then I saw a video. Like, I checked my Instagram, and somebody was like, liked my video. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then I swiped up, and I see Crispin Glover kick some bitch's head off in Epic Movie, and I totally forgot that was him. I was like, Crispin Glover, on God, I forgot this was you. Like, and then I was like, that's why I love him. That's why I love him. Like, he's so versatile. He's a beautiful angel from heaven. Love that tall white man. Okay, next question. What else? He's my favorite. He's my favorite actor ever. That shit was so funny. I was like, I forgot this was him. Oh my god. Wow. Love him. Love these. These are so good. I went to the meat market today. Sorry. ASMR, I'm fucking eating marzipan. Is my shirt on backwards? Hold up. No, okay. I fell asleep. Took a nap. It's 9:30 at night. I have to finish painting my walls. My walls were green. Now they're this beautiful orange. And then this blue color is called Yucatan. And I love it so much. It makes me happy. Like, just like these colors. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. 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 What else? I hung up one of my I have like this babushka shawl that I hung up as a how do you say? I used to have it as a, like an altar cloth, but I hung it up as like a curtain. Let me show you. So now it's like a curtain. It's like a very nice it's orange. It never shows up the correct pigment on camera. Yeah, so I was just this is what I did. I got a little tiny 1 second. Okay. I got a little tiny paint bucket like this. This is what I got. And then I painted like a section of my wall, and I got 3 different colors. I got like an orange, a yellow, and a blue. And then I'll be getting red soon, but the red's for something else. So what I'm gonna do, or what I did was I sectioned out a piece of the wall, and I was like, yeah, just to see like, would I like these colors? What the fuck is this hair doing? Yeah, I do like those colors. I do like them a lot. Um, on my mama, I love these colors. I've been saying that lately. I need to stop saying that. It's because there's just like this Asian dude who took his car and like he said, "On my mama, I'm gonna drive it into that fucking McDonald's," and then he did it. And then he was like on live stream on TikTok, like, "On my mama, I'm gonna cut off my ankle monitor," and he did it. And he's been on the run ever since. And I've been thinking about that kid because like I worry about people because I'm a mother, and I worry about people. And I'm like, is he okay? Is he okay? And he was like, should I stop running or should I turn myself in? I said, no, let me keep running. Keep running. Don't let them catch you. Yeah, not in this economy. It's cheaper to keep running, honey. But yeah. Now was I? Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, yeah, no, keep running. Have fun. Be safe. Take your vitamins. Like telling a criminal that's on the run. I haven't seen shit. I don't know where he's at. And if the law enforcement can't catch him, that's up to them. And if it's all just a shtick, that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, I don't know. I have a certain crispy. Get out of the goulash. Somebody was like on my video of me and Crispy, they were like, what was that even about? Like, what was that even about? I was like, magic conch shell. Nothing. I can't tell who's a bot anymore and who's not. So I just don't care. Like, I just don't give a fuck. I'll fight bots and I'll fight people. I don't give a fuck. No. I just love fighting people. It's just like in my blood or something. Just kidding. But yeah, so I need to finish painting the walls. I actually got a gallon of it. I took my husband's Home Depot card to Home Depot and I got a gallon of the paint. So I need to finish covering up the green. I think the green was called avocado. Avocado. Um, yeah, I did not expect to like wake up from a nap and like start violently researching Belial and then becoming like more empathetic towards Belial and being like, what the fuck? And then finding out in the Bible, Jesus was like, take my yoke upon you. He was passing his yoke around. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. And then, people are like, no, what he meant, what Jesus meant, he didn't mean that. Like you get in a fight with Christians about like wording. And then it was like, bro, Jesus told people to take his yoke into him. Come again? No, don't. But like, what did you just say? And then they're like, they want to argue, like, oh yeah, well the name Belial means worthless. Fuck are you talking about? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I can't fuck with the Bible like that. Wow, I look insane. I look insane. This is what I look like sometimes when I rub my eyes and I forget I have bronzer underneath my goddamn fucking concealer. And then I ate a bunch of hot Cheetos because I started my period today and I'm in so much pain. And then I made some horchata and then I drank some like McCafe Keurig cup horchata latte stuff. And it was like very sweet. And then it made my tongue feel like cat tongue. I look like one of those goddamn kids from A Nightmare on Elm Street trying to stay up for 50 fucking years straight. This looks bad. I was crying earlier, so I did this to my eyes. And now I look like a hybrid of A Nightmare on Elm Street child as well as something that came out of Tim Burton's brain. Pre-lobotomy. Okay, I'm just kidding. Now, does Mr. Bertonius Rex, if I may, does he have a lobotomy? I don't know. Is that a fucking spider? I'm blind. I can't see. Don't. Oh. I think it was. I touched it directly. I'm sorry. I have spiders that live in my windowsills, like normally, and I keep them there. I have spider webs all over. Like, so if you see, like, I'll do videos in my house sometimes, and there's like cobwebs everywhere. I keep them. Because I can. No, but I keep them because I actually enjoy the daddy long legs and they like get like if a mosquito hawk or a mosquito gets in the house, they get to eat them or gnats during the summer months. I don't mind spiders in the house as much as I mind like water bugs or something like that or mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. I live in the swamp, so whenever it gets warm, there's tons of mosquitoes. Anyways, I am not going to fix my makeup if you're wondering. I'm actually going to leave it like this. Sorry, my friend. So I showed my friend a meme of a salmon, and I tried not to say salmon just now. A salmon. Excusez-moi. It's raining, and the ducks are playing in a pond that the water from the house created. My backyard's flooded. Hi, welcome to my channel. Salmon. Oh, yeah, when they are ready to breed, when salmon are ready to reproduce, they become ugly fuckers. Uglier than I am right now. They become really, really ugly. Yeah, they become really, really fucking scary and ugly. And we were talking about how fucking weird that is. Like, what if every time a human was ready to reproduce, they became like a fucking werewolf, like a werewolf, or like a crazy looking like silverback werewolf hybrid, and they're just like that'd be crazy. That'd be kind of bonkers. Um, yeah, I have to brush my hair out. I have not brushed my hair in like 3 days. 3 damn days. And I would like to dye my hair today. If you notice, one side is warm brown and the other side is not so warm brown, cool, darker brown. There's dark brown and then there's warm, cool. The browns are different on each side. I've been dealing with the consequences of my actions. Anyways, yeah. Oh it looks so bad. It looks like I have two black eyes, like, and I don't. It's just makeup smeared. Let me move this so that way you guys aren't like sitting there like this bitch got two black eyes, goddamn. Like, no, it's literally just 1 second. Now I'm all insecure because I am not only am I ugly, I look scary. Hold up. Okay. Okay. It was just me smearing my eyes. I woke up this afternoon, and I had to go get coffee after doing the dishes or something, but before my husband went to work, and so I did that, and then this is not how I actually brush my hair. I don't know what I'm doing. Just shut up. Don't talk to me. Um, so I went to the store to get coffee because we had ran out. Why the fuck was I telling you that? I don't know. I started my period and it was horrible. It was horrible. And people don't understand how bad periods are until you're like in the middle of a store about to black out from cramps. Yeah, I love having a power surge. It's made me mad. I was like, when you're about to black out from cramps, and then the fucking power went out almost. Um, what the fuck ever? Fuck the Texas power grid. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, baby. I went to the store. Why was I telling you this shit? Finished painting my kitchen on one side. Looks pretty good. Um, I was in the middle of the store about to black out from the pain from cramps. And people are like, oh, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, one time I heard a guy in school being like, it's not that bad. Girls have periods. Who gives a fuck kind of thing. And I was like, just shut the fuck up. Like, you could save everybody a lot of time and pain. You just shut your whore mouth. That would be so fucking great. Like, whatever. But yeah. Are you guys following the news right now for America? It's fucking crazy. But it's not as crazy as like a domestic disturbance at my house when I was a kid. So to me, it's normal. Like this kind of shit. I'm just like, wow, it feels like home. Watching everybody just lie and whatever. Um, I was like having a conversation with my husband this morning, at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he was listening to this band that we went to see live. And I was like, it's really weird is that I saw some iconography, some different pictures and stuff that they were displaying during their light show And I don't think like the normal layman would understand the pictures and stuff. But I saw some pictures. I saw like the star of Ishtar, like the Venus star, but then the band wasn't even associated with it, like in any way, shape, or form, like publicly. And so I was like, that's weird that they had like the star of Inanna Ishtar as like a background thing. And I was like, oh, I know what that is. But then I started thinking, I was like, how do they associate with it? Because in certain occult circles, let me say it like that. Some people are like, in certain occult circles, some people are like, there's many different avenues and schools of thought when it comes to the occult. Some people, they like submit themselves to different ways of thinking. And so what I like to do is I just like investigating all of it. I have no qualms or struggles or issues with opening every fucking door I pass up, and being like, hey, what's going on in here? Because I'm a nosy, insatiably curious bastard, right? But all that being said, I have no problem with that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But it's different in, like I was telling my husband, it's different when you see it in theory versus practice. So, for example, whenever I saw it, I was like, that's weird. What is the Star of Ishtar doing here? And do they equate it to the Star of Ishtar, or do they associate it with Lucifer? What do they think about Lucifer or Venus? Do they think about it in a beneficial way, as something that can guide and aid our development as humans? Or do they think about it in a way that's more Christianized, like, oh, the devil, Satan, blah, 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 even though God created the entire universe, allegedly, according to the Christian theology, that God created the entire universe, so God created every single devil. Like, you can't, like, don't go tit for tat with me because I'll slap your mama. I'm just kidding. No, but you know what I'm saying. Like, people are so meh. Anyways, it's fine. Um, so I was curious and I kept quiet about it though. I was like, but I was looking at it, I was like, that's interesting. And I love Inanna. I love Ishtar. Um, I have no problem with the goddess. Um, no issues there. But um, so I was like, well, how does the band feel about it? Like, why are they producing this image? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put myself in a situation out of naivety where I start talking about things and people don't understand what I'm saying. And then I said too much to someone who had no business knowing what I know, and vice versa. I don't like getting, but I am insatiably curious and quite the chatterbox. And so our story begins. And that's kind of like I was telling my husband last night, like, it's weird to see like occult stuff in real life and being like you pass up a building and then you see certain things on it and you're like, hey, hi, what? you know? And then versus reading about it and studying it and then actually like going out and seeing it in real life and being like, what are you doing here at this concert with like thousands of people? Why are y'all projecting that? What are you doing? And nobody's paying attention to it, but I see it and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I know you. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, yeah. So it's always interesting. And then I know like as soon as I talk about God, Jesus, or like the Bible or Babylon or something, Christians always end up finding my channel. I don't know if it's the algorithm or if they're bots or whatever. They're always worried about where I'm gonna go when I die. Like, and here's the thing, I think you should worry about maybe, oh, I was about to say something so vile. Um I I think it's admirable to be so fucking nosy, but the truth is, it's really none of my business where I go when I die. Like I've died before. I'm very open about me dying before and what I've saw and seen and blah blah blah. Do I know? No. Do you know? No. The truth is nobody fucking knows. So just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. We're in the same fucking boat. You know what I mean? You could think whatever you think, but don't go pushing it on me because I will slowly back you off into a cliff and then push you. um, and go bye bye. So the fucking Grinch as a child, he goes, Santa, bye bye. Like I just don't understand why I like leave me alone, fuck off. Anyways, I love doing research into the occult stuff and whatnot, and it felt weird because I was like, maybe I was meant to be here because I do be fucking with I fucks with the goddess like that. I love, Babylonian stuff, and I love doing research on every god, goddess underneath the sun, across the universe, everything. I'm insatiably curious and I love research, and I'll stay up for hours and hours and days, black bags under my eyes, until I get like a better understanding of a better picture. But like I said before, it's always strange to see it in person because you never know the context behind the person presenting the thing. I know the context of how I feel about it, well, what do y'all think about it? And am I even allowed to ask? Or was it something that I wasn't supposed to see, like a slip of the wrist, a slide of the hand, Like, let's think about it in this way. Were they sacrificing or giving like an offering to the goddess? Like, were they projecting her sigil in a way to give the energy of the crowd that was like gathered there to the goddess, or what? You know what I mean? So you have to think like some people in power will believe that you can go and like this is going to get into like other parts of the occult, but people will be like, oh, you got to like do a magic circle and draw this and draw that and have all the ingredients, summon a demon, try to bind it to your asshole or some shit, like, and make him do like submit to your will and do what you want it to do. Stuff like that. There's certain ways of thinking. Certain people think like that. There's nothing wrong to think the thought you think. It's important to think thoughts and to do research and expand upon things, but certain people are like, there's like whole secret societies and just a bunch of guys getting butt naked and wrestling or whatever about like demonology and stuff like that. And I mean, I love the occult. I love the goddess. I love doing research on Lucifer and things like that, and the gods and angels and demons and everything under the sun. I have no issues with doing research. Some people are like, I don't do that because it can open doors in your head. It's called critical thinking skills, you dumb bitch. I'm not kidding. No, it just makes me infuriated sometimes. People get like, very, and you could just say it in a nice way. You could be like, I actually don't want to expand. I am happy and content where I'm at on the rung of my ladder and the state of consciousness that I'm in. Nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. I am somebody that is much like a librarian. I'm up and down and left and right and this and that and then like I'm all over the place at all given times, like Mercury's heels for sure. Like up, down, left, right. Kind of me. That's what I am. I'm always all over the place. And seeking knowledge, gaining knowledge, passing it on, just here you go. You know what I mean? Like kind of thing. I'm always doing that. So it's no big deal for me to go and do research on Belial or something like that, which I did the other day. I was doing research on him and people were like, oh, his name means worthless or something like that because he's yokeless. And then I got confused. I thought they meant yokeless as in like yolk, but they meant yoke as in like something like a yoke, like to pull an ox kind of thing. Like basically Belial means to be without yoke, like without direction, like worthless. And so I was just like, but initially I was telling my friend like it's so weird. In the beginning of the Abrahamic cosmological beginnings of that mythology, if we're going to put it that way, it's highly interesting to see how fucking hardcore the God of Gods, Yahweh, was in the beginning of time. Like, he really fucking bound and gagged Azazel for teaching people blacksmithery and like minerals and stuff like that. But like if you go into like on the across the universe into Irish folk fairy mythology, the fallen angels, they fell from heaven and became the Fae, the She, the other worlds, when they fell from the sky, the stars. Some of them hit the trees, some of them hit the ground, some of them hit the water, some of them went all the way back down to straight to hell. And that's kind of like the story, the Irish folk tales of the Fae, the She, the other world. But yeah, I have an insatiable curiosity, and I feel like I'm dying when I'm not constantly on a trail of some new form of thinking. I really do get fucking depressed whenever I am um, doing nothing, not doing research, or not reading books, or not expanding thought in some way. It's pathetic. But anyways, so I'm learning 3 languages at once, and I have like all these unwritten, undone books and media I have to consume, and like there's a long queue of things that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm not doing it. Instead, I'm gonna brush my hair out so I could dye my fucking hair because it's brown, it's dark brown, and it's warm brown. It's cool brown and warm brown, and I'm just like fucked. Anyways, yeah, it's just very, very interesting. Like I said, I was telling my husband about that last night, and I said, "But you know what? I I still like the band, but I found it to be so peculiar. It was so weird. Like, hold up, it was so weird to see them project like the sigil and the star of Inanna or Ishtar. And it like I said before, I was like sitting there racking my brain trying to figure out, well, what are they doing? What are they using it for? And because I feel so like connected to that goddess in particular, I was like, was I being led here? Is it a part of something larger than me? Like to have seen that, to have caught that, to be aware of that, you know what I mean? Obviously not everybody was looking around. I have like a very horrific attention span. So you were supposed to be looking on the stage, but I was looking above me, and that's where it was at. It was being projected above the crowd. And I thought that was very peculiar and interesting. I was like, oh wow, okay, well, whatever, that's Nito Bandito Chikorito, whatever. Um, but yeah, I thought that was peculiar, you know what I mean? And uh, uh I was also concerned because like I said before, type of what were they doing exactly? Like I felt drawn there. Um and then I felt like everything was it I don't know how to explain this without like I could say it in my head. I can't figure out how to get it out of my head. Um sorry, I have knots under my hair. And sometimes it's good for me to just unweave the tangled webs. Um so I was like, well, I like the band. I started listening to some of their lyrics and I was like, that's very interesting. And it just made me kind of feel suspicious because I was like, it's one thing to see occult stuff in theory, like I said, it's another thing to see it in practice. Sorry. Um, and then to be like, what did they mean by that? You know, like, do they follow the goddess or are they trying to like make an exchange, a deal, or is that just something that they do? Was it even them? Are they even aware of what that is? Was it the venue? Was it their producers? Is it who they work for? Was it the record label? I have many, many questions, and this is why I would probably get like fucking if I was an investigative reporter, which is something I wanted to do as a kid, because I will ask the wrong questions at the wrong time around the wrong person, and they'll be like, "Bitch, the fuck you know?" And I'm just like, nothing. Can you help me? And they're just like, yeah, here's a fucking room with the tarp on the ground. I'm just kidding. Yeah, because I just like, I'm kind of like a tuning fork for the universe. And so if I'm around the wrong person, I'll say the wrong thing. But it's the right thing, but it's the wrong thing. I used to work at a shop, and the girl that worked for CSI in San Antonio told me I needed to work for the police department. That they do, in fact, have like a whole stash of psychics that they go to for certain cases. They do. They just don't, they keep it on the low, low, like hush, 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 hush. But the CSI girl was like, yeah, no, that's how they do it. And they have to take every tip. And so they categorize it as an anonymous tip, but it's actually them going to like accredited psychics. Anyway, so yeah, that's my problem. I will say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and I'll just be like, or the right thing at the right time. But I'm frightened because I don't want to get clocked by the wrong person. You know, there's like, yeah, you know, Captain Hook try to put Tinkerbell in a fucking cage kind of thing. Yeah, fuck that guy. Anyways. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like whatever. But yeah, that's kind of like that what I struggle with because I have questions. I want to do reporting. I really do. I want to do interviews and reporting. My hair looks so fried right here. I want to do interviews and reporting. It's just dry and thirsty. I'm like, let's go dye it. I want to do interviews and reporting. I love media. I love the how do you say, like the news and stuff like that. And I have questions that I like asking people. And me and my friend, we used to do like astrology. How do you say, like Instagram stuff where we talked to each other and did like a little report and like on how the universe was going to play out and things like that. And that was a lot of fun, but there is like sometimes it's okay, like sometimes things work out because they're supposed to, and other times they just don't work out because they're not. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be somewhere else, I feel, at least to some extent. But it was just a weird thing for me, and I'm still thinking about it. I still think about that star, and I'm like, what did they mean? Did they mean like they were down with her, like they're affiliated with the goddess, the Babylonian goddess, or were they referring to Lucifer? And what do they think of Lucifer? Do they think of him or it or the you know, as like a divine light bearer? Are they trying to exchange something, or do they think of it as a bad thing, or are they trying to raise negative energy and push it towards them for some agenda? Like, what exactly was it? You know, um, and you know, I was telling my husband, I was like, because here's the thing, I don't want to ask the wrong questions, ended up like the bitches in Jennifer's Body. You know what I mean? I was like, everything is a sacrifice in some way, shape, or form. Us being there was a sacrifice. And then it makes you think and question, like, well, I brought my whole family out there. My friends actually went there with their family too. And I had some, how do you say, like one of my friends from high school has a daughter that's exactly my eldest son's age. And I think they were born like 1 month apart or something. And they finally like re-met as teenagers. They're both 14 now or something like that. And so it was kind of sweet or whatever to be like, y'all used to hang out in diapers. Like, and they met again at like a metal concert kind of thing or whatever, you know? A rock concert, metal, who gives a fuck, whatever. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, um, yeah, and so that's what I'm always questioning and thinking about things and weighing them out and trying to figure out like what are your affiliations with this thing? Like, what do you think? Because some people are. Okay, let me put it this way: is it the highest vibrational frequency of what is allegedly assuming, you know, what is happening here, or is it a lower vibrational frequency where you're trying to do something negative with this energy, or is it a beneficial thing? Blah, blah, like I had so many questions, and it almost kind of tainted my concert experience because I was just like, you know, I study the occult, whatever, no big deal. It's not really that big of a fucking deal. Just keep your fucking mouth shut and crawl on your stomach. Like, I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. So anyways, there's just I had a lot of questions. I was very curious. I was like, oh, what is this? Um, and yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, I don't know. But I have I have met men who they'll do anything for fame, for recognition. It's just like kind of pathetic, insecure men that are they would do something very bad in order to get help from an alleged god, goddess, entity, whatever, because they think it's gonna work out, you know. That's why I brought up Jennifer's Body. I was like, you know, type of shit where people are like, oh, well, let's go fucking do something stupid and maybe we'll get what we want in exchange or whatever, you know? My hair is so fucking fuzzy. Every time I brush my hair a certain way, I look like one of the fucking Manson girls. Like, anyways, no, I've met people who fuck with Lakshmi. I've met people who fuck with Alegua, Ganesha, um, Shiva, like people who mess with all kinds of gods and goddesses. I've met people who, they claim to be Luciferians, and then, hanging out with priests who were married to witches. I used to work at a metaphysical shop in a pretty big city in Texas. So you see all kinds of folks come in, and you talk to all kinds of folks about all kinds of pathways and how they feel about God. And it was a real amazing experience to be in that crossroad to help people connect to their form of divinity, if that makes sense. And like I had people who I knew that were devotees to La Santa Muerte, and girls that came in that were like shot 9 times, ran over, stabbed, and like she was just like, she won't let me die, she won't let me die, she won't let me die, and also you get people who are mentally unwell as well, and you have to understand how to walk a tightrope, how to balance that whole thing, and how to assure and comfort and dispel, disperse, and contain any kind of outbursts and outrage, and just help them ground themselves and know that they're in a safe place, because the external world is very vicious. It's very fucked up. There's a lot of predators of all shapes and sizes, attackers, and they're just mean, cruel people. So in a way, it was like an oasis for the soul. It was really nice working there. When I did at certain times. Other times it was absolute hell, and I fucking hated it. But you know what I mean? Whatever. Like helping people? Yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Talking to people, interviewing people, that was so much fun. Going on the news was great. I love that. I love talking about astrology. I am an astrologer. I do a lot of past life astrology, and yeah, that's a lot of fun as well. But I just don't do it anymore. I just do not do it anymore. Ever since moving down here, it's just different. You can tell, like, when you live in a city, let's say when people die, let's just say when people die, that there is like a congregation of dead people right beyond what we can see in a different reality, just beyond our fingertips, right? Beyond this physical body. And so when you live in a city or a crossroads city, there's tons of information you could pull from, because there's a whole horde of different types of dead, holy dead, that you can ask help from. You can ask help for like gambling addictions, or divorce proceedings, or fucking tamale recipes, or how to appease a fucking fox spirit, all kinds of stuff. You could ask a question, and generally you'll get an answer from some dead person um, who fits the bill, who has the information to help you out. But when you're in a small town surrounded by like all this shit, there's only specific kinds of dead here. Like a concentrated energy of just rednecks and Christians. And so sometimes you try to tap into the other world, and it's like you get back a lot of feedback. People on the other side are like, that's devil worship. And you're like, but you're dead. I just need your help. I need help. I need to ask for some help. And they're just like, my friend went to a medium down here, and she tried to contact her grandmother, and her grandmother told the medium to stop doing all this devil worshiping stuff, like mediumship. And that is so valid and real, because her grandma was like that. And it's kind of embarrassing whenever you are trying to channel someone's grandma and they're like heavy Christian or like racist or something, and then you're just like, I don't want to say what this bitch just said. You know what I mean? But she's saying some stuff. She's yapping. And they just want to reconnect to their grandma one more time. And then you're like, oh my God, can I send this girl back into the light? Please? You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just yapping to the wrong crowd. Anyways, yeah, but there's just, you know what I mean? There's just a lot. So there was a lady I met who people come in and they get scared to talk about gods or goddesses because they don't know who you are. You're like a strange dog. You're like a wild dog to them, and they're like, well, what do you know? How can you know what I've been through? And I'll just say something, just tune fork next to them and say something, and then they feel comforted. They feel like finally someone sees me and they get it, and they have one person on planet Earth in a physical form that gets it, that just fucking gets it. So, all that being said, you never know who and what and why and where and how until you are next to them. And even then, their intentions can be so veiled, so deeply hidden that you can't see exactly that they're bad people. And you just have to trust your guides to keep you at arm's length so that way you can cut and run when the time is. Werewolves, not swearwolves. I made the shirt. Werewolves, not swearwolves. I think it's backwards. Whatever. It says werewolves, not swearwolves. Shut up. I can read it fine. Werewolves, not swearwolves. What are we? Werewolves, not swearwolves, alright? Unless you're talking about a bundle of sticks. Okay, I'm gonna mix up that I have my dye shirt on because I'm gonna be mixing up this 4ABN dark roast and eating it. No, I'm just kidding. And 6ABN brown smoke. There is ammonia in here, so I will be doing a little catch, cook, and eat. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let me mix this up. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's what the lady was saying on the internet. By lady, I mean AI. Yeah. Yeah. Um, a 1T1. So yeah, I'm gonna mix it up in this thing, and I'm just gonna put. Shut up! Just don't fucking listen to the goddamn thing I'm saying. Color gel lacquers, lacquers, lacquers. Okay. Holy hell, you dumb whore! Hey, yo, that shit stinks, bro. Like, oh, I don't think I got no nose hairs left. I think they gone. She gone. She gone. Jewel shards. She gone. Um, stupid bitch. Let her cook. So for this recipe, we're gonna need. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Don't repeat what the fuck I'm doing. Like in chemistry class, Emily. Like in chemistry class, you must waft the scent. You don't sniff. You waft. Yeah, damn. Come on. Yeah. It should look like you're making breakfast. Fruit, see. Oh. Why did I think about that? I should seal that better. Yeah, you know, just making some pancake batter. Oh, hey. Uh, um, I'm gonna go do some research real quick. Enjoy this intermission. Okay, it was a 1-to-1 ratio. I did that right. I did that correctly. I have not ever gone to a beauty school. I was going to go to the School of Mortuary Science instead for $20,000, of which I did not have. I was going to get a grant. I had a whole plan. Here's my game plan. It was $18,000 to go to beauty school down here, to cosmetology school. And it was $20,000 back in the day to go to the School for Mortuary Science, of which I could have got grants for both, or like scholarships for both, because I was like, the lady was like telling me that I had the things to get things. I don't know. I was poor and pathetic or something like that. The government was like, at that time, was like, yeah, we'll cut you a deal. Or something. I don't know. I don't know how money works for college. I didn't go to college. So I was going to go to the mortuary science place to become a embalmer. And because I figured I was going to be learning beauty routines there. So, two birds, one stone. But I didn't become either. Instead, I became a mom and an astrologer, and I've been featured on the news twice in my hometown of San Antonio. Um, yeah, that's enough for me. That's all right. I'll take that. That's enough. I am enough. Okay, so that I'm looking at it. It's turning brown. I need to go put it on my hair. Wish me luck. I'm asking myself if I need to wear gloves. I just got all the brown out of my hands from the demi-permanent hair color, which washed out because you could tell like this looks black and this looks brown. This is why I had black eyes this morning. There's so much pollen in the air. There's pollen in the air. There's pine in my theater room with me from the tortoise. We named him El Champo. Instead of El Chapo, we named him El Champo. I'm fucking stupid. Just shut up. Don't talk to me. I gotta go put this shit on my hair, but I gotta find a fucking little brushy brush real quick. Where was it at? If my dumbass could just put everything back where the fuck it belongs. I'm talking to myself. Give me a second. What the fuck is your problem? Just give me a second. How dare you? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you. You stupid goofy bitch. I have a hair in my eye. Okay, stop. Okay, I keep thinking of a meme. Stop it. Stop thinking of that meme. Right now. Stop doing it. Okay, I need to go find my fucking little purple brush and like, yeah. Okay, I'll come back to y'all later in a little bit with dyed hair. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll slip and fall and hurt myself on accident. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No, no. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye. Hey. It's so scary looking without eyebrows. It turned out good. My hands are only slightly Crypt Keeper right now. I look so scary without eyebrows. Yeah, I'll show you guys in the morning whenever it dries off. I'm gonna upload this video and then I'll film more tomorrow. Yeah, I look so scary without eyebrows. If you want proof of how scary I am without eyebrows, just check this out.
That's fucked up, right? Like, goddamn. Like, goddamn. You see me in a back alley. You see me in a back alley late at night. Just standing there. Got a Mars bar. That's so scary. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. Alright, goodbye.